Aloha, everybody. This is Marissa Indigo with Divine DNA Blueprint, and I just wanted to come on having some really extreme physical sensations today, body upgrades today. I checked the KP index and it's not high, but something happened, and I don't know what yet, but it feels like the entire frontal lobe of my brain has turned into like cheese or tofu. It feels like my brain is flipped upside down in my cranium. I'm very dizzy today. A lot going on. But I wanted to pop on and share a very valuable tool because I have been finding myself doing this a lot today because there was so much energy in my head and around my head. I just wanted to share. As I grow deeper in my Tai Chi Gong practice, I'm really becoming even more sensitized to the energy. So I'm finding myself in the moment, depending on what's going on with the planets. Maybe I could be really looping a lot of thoughts, a lot of mental energy, a lot of thinking, or processing, maybe looping emotions or an experience. And just starting to really pull back even further in that observer consciousness, that neutral or divine witness awareness, watching what's going on, where there's a gap in between your thoughts. So you're not just reactively jumping onto a reaction to something, but you're able to pull back a little bit. And I highly recommend, if you haven't, for those of you that are new or that just haven't done this yet, I highly recommend checking out the Emotional Mastery series I have on here. It's a free course, actually, on how to witness emotions and come back and be the observer consciousness, just tips and tools to do that. I'll actually attach that on to the end of this. But anyway, what I'm observing the last few weeks is more of an energy blueprint. Instead of getting stuck in the experience, instead of drowning in the experience, we're able to pull back and see it for what it really is. So if you find yourself right now with these energies, a lot of mental, just really running mental energy, looping thoughts or emotions, or really gripping onto an emotion, use your breath. And then I want to share this with you. Move the energy down through the centers. So if you have a lot of energy in here, living up here, we're going to move them down into the different centers and out through the feet. So this is going to teach you how to resensitize yourself, because we've been so desensitized by all of the different distractions and technology and all these different things our whole lives since coming in, especially the last 40 years, generations, the last 40 years. So we're going to learn how to see what's going on through the experience and pull back from it so we can regrid the experience in the body. So I want to share with you what we're doing here energetically. Okay, share. Okay, so in Tai Chi Gong or Qigong systems, we have the Dan Tian here. So I'm going to make sure you can see this image. I hope you guys can see this, but essentially, okay, so you're seeing the energy is in the head. And what you want to do is you want to just breathe and just start to move it down into the belly area and into the hands and out through the feet. And you want to just start seeing all of these different centers. Here's another image I wanted to show you of the Dan Tian. This is another good one. So we have three major Dan Tians in this system. It's the upper is in the head, middle is in the heart, and then the lower is the navel and reproductive organ energy chi. So I just wanted to share, hey, with what's going on right now with the magnetics, with the energy, we may have a lot of processing coming up where we're looping things in our minds, looping things in our emotions, and then we're really stuck up here. And you'll just find, if you can pull back and neutralize your reactivity to it and just see, just like factual scientific energy facts, oh, there's a lot of energy in my head, let me redistribute it and just move it down and through and out. This is part of our mastery of really starting to connect more with our bodies in our experience. And we have many bodies. We've got the physical, mental, emotional, causal, astral. I mean, we have many different bodies. And they're going to start to merge. There's this lucidity happening now where it's like this dimensional collapse, and it becomes kind of an acid trip as far as the malleability of our realities. So many different experiences and aspects of our beingness from multi-dimensions are collapsing into us now, into one unified experience. This is more of this unity consciousness that, to be honest, can be very bizarre. Oh, very, very interesting to navigate. So hopefully those images showed up well. It's hard to even be upright, but I was like, I have to share this information because this is something that I've been observing the last few weeks. This is the nervous system and the light body, and why I've been guided to really fixate this year my work with all the systems I've studied, to focus on the physical and the nervous system to support the light body. Because what is happening with the sun right now, the different flares that are happening really consistently, it can be a lot. And it's as the magnetics continue to thin, the magnetosphere is thinning and pulling apart. Well, that means that the poles become more evident. We start to see them. We start to see this comes out through our emotional body and mental body and the pain body. That's another body. You could study Eckhart Tolle's work for that, the pain body, because that's where the mental and emotional constructs are stored, and actually a barrier, a field around us. And all of these things are going to get pulled. The magnetics, ironically, as the magnetosphere thins, the poles become more opposing in their extremity and obvious. And we are seeing this everywhere. So it does feel like a circus. It does feel kind of like an acid trip. Depending on what you're looking at, it can be horrifying. It can be very, very exciting and just beautiful, inspiring, and expansive, because it's the polar ends and we're trying to just zip ourselves up in the middle. So it's just so important. I can't emphasize this enough, learning how to run the energy through and into the earth. And there are other practices that I have shared on here where you're connecting with the, cosmic great central sun, solar energies, and Gaia beneath us, and merging them in the heart space. So we really want to get into our energy mastery of running the energy, so it's not just in here, because it can feel like it's going to push you over the edge psychologically. And we will see this. We will see people almost looking like they're going mad, because there's so much information that it's hard for our consciousness to hold all of this. This is light. Light is energy and information, right? E equals MC squared, right? So I have to just get it to you quickly, just sharing some loving wisdom to support you, because it's intense right now. If the images did not show up very well, please Google Dan Tian, Qigong, Dan Tian. You could also envision the chakra centers, but for me, I was shown to really focus on head, heart, navel, and then hands and feet, because you're going to start to just feel these pulses going through you, and you want to move them through. And Gaia will help us also to ground them as part of our being a superconductor. We don't have to hold it all within and feel fried, or maybe like we're on the verge of a nervous breakthrough. That's something my mentor taught me. Instead of a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. So I hope this is supportive, and I love you guys so much. Hang in there. It's been very intense right now, so you haven't seen me much, and I'm thinking of you all the time and just sending you telepathic love and support all the time. But sometimes you can't do linear. Whew. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you guys soon. And welcome to our new community. We are building, we are growing, and I'm so grateful. It's so exciting. So I'll see you guys soon. Much love.